Welcome back to a new video. So as you see, we're in our 12th year of managing. We are 11 years old and we are immortal. We've only made the playoffs twice, manager of the year once, and our last season was percentage wise tied for our best season, but most wins. World Series doesn't really count for anything in this era. It's essentially make the playoffs or not. So let's get past all the voting and get into the off season. Kozlov. So I kind of want to look at our pitching. So we have three guys. I want to look at the development, and right now, so the AI doesn't actually do anything with development right now. So then we can look here and see we don't need to do anything with stamina. Scroll down. Oh, that's just all they have. So fastball stuff we can increase a lot, and we can just take the stamina down. Control is really high, and then change up is maxed out, so curveball stuff we can max as well. So I had been playing around with this on a regular team file and trying to manipulate things, or at least trying to look at the development tab to see what would happen. And I didn't realize that the AI doesn't do anything for this. Yeah, I guess there's no development thing, so it's something I have to look at myself, which is interesting. So we'll go and change the development stuff for this guy. Our stamina stuff, so fastball is low, so we're going to take this down, this down, this down, and movement, control, that's all maxed out. We'll put some back into stamina and make sure the AI doesn't do anything weird. Development, hitting development. We don't need any defense. We want all average, all I, and pitching development. So it looks like this stuff has already been adjusted for him, which is weird, but doesn't have the best stuff. We'll leave all that there, but curious to see if that even makes a difference. We'll just do it for the pitchers. No. So I haven't looked at this team in a little while, so it looks like we are the Cleveland Blues now. We've changed our name a couple times. Turbulent times in the 1870s. And we did have many down years, which when I ran this before, I think that I accidentally made it a little too easy for myself by filling teams with ghost players, because then it would just add a random player on your team that could be really good. So it ended up being kind of unbalanced. It made multiple really good players. Thing is, we don't need a pitcher necessarily. Let's see who they want us to get. They want us to get Billy Sunday. Maybe we'll do that. And I think we also changed the amount of amount of players that we can draft, if I remember correctly. So it wants us to get an additional pitcher, which I guess is fine. Could get a Bill Schwartz who can play catcher. I don't know, do we really need we'll grab this guy. And that guy? How many rounds do we have? Okay, I was say it seems like a little too many rounds. Alright, so we gotta submit a protection list. We're gonna use the AI for that. Make sure there isn't anyone that we want to not have on there. I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so all that does is really add that guy in. Actually, we're gonna wait to do this list until we sign our players, because we need to go to our team. I guess they're kind of, oh, they're already in there. Okay. Submit. Oh, they're auto protected. Okay, that makes sense. Good. And then make sure we're not losing any drafted rookies. Start the draft. I don't know why it even gives me the option to do the draft for them, but yeah, we might need to fix one of their pitchers. So we're gonna go to winter meeting start. We're gonna check free agents to default. So there's no one that's interesting there. We'll go to the end of winter meetings. No one really interesting on the trading block, just older players. Go to preseason. It might get stopped here at the end of draft picks. I don't think so. Another 2,000 in our budget, which doesn't really matter much to us. Alright, so we don't have anyone on the reserve right now that we need to worry about. Go to the beginning of spring training, and then we will go all the way to opening day. So we're supposed to get a lot of snow today, so I want to record some videos the last day before break for me. And so it might be delayed by a day because of the snow. It's supposed to be as much as potentially 15 inches, which is crazy to think about, but I don't know if it'll end up being that much. So yeah, Will Sawyer, that's not in there. And then we have a guy like Chubb Sullivan that we don't need. Kind of want to keep the guys that have actual, just a little bit more potential in there. And then we need we'll take Mike out, bring Liam in. So the guys with low potential, they can sit on the reserves. And then we'll go here and set up our lineups for pitching and strategy, which this is something I need to make sure I actually do each season. I hadn't done anything with it, but just to adjust, have it auto adjust for what the manager wants or what the assistant manager will do. So these aren't all the default. Look here at the opening, the message, nothing there. And see if we'll actually, so we're actually 7-1, so go to roster expansion. So hopefully, looks like we're doing pretty decent this season. Chilling around the Columbus Buckeyes. I think there is a couple seasons where there's 2 Ohio teams even this early. Alright, so roster expansion. I honestly don't want to. There's 8 days to this. I don't know why the deadline's 8 days by default on here. But there's no one that we need to worry about. I guess it just automatically throws everyone up onto it. That's right. Look at our pitching. Seems to be pretty good. Lineups. It's 556 in 7 games. So a couple guys with decent batting average, but certainly not too great for this era. But we'll see if we can pull away. Looks like we're 2 games up, and oh, we clinched. Nice. So we won it only by 2 games, but the Columbus Buckeyes and the St. Louis Browns and the Philadelphia Athletics were all good as well. Which probably shows that we should have an actual playoff, not just uh-oh, is it 2-0? We're gonna throw our lead. 4-0 sweep. I'll certainly take it. So we actually won the World Series here, so that was a really productive season. Looks like our pitching was pretty decent, so I don't know how much the development made a difference at this early point of the, I don't even say like rebuild, I don't even know, just historical build, if it makes much of a difference. But hey, we'll take it. So we won our first, is this our first World Series? I felt like we had won. Oh no, we lost a World Series, lost, and everything was terrible in between. So it's actually our first World Series. So that was actually, and we won less games than last year. Our batting average was better. Our earned run average was better, but we scored a lot less runs and we allowed about the same amount of runs. So that's interesting. That we were, I guess, a better pitching team. So that's the key. Just try to get better pitchers. So we'll make some offers for some personnel, and then we will move into the next part. So we want to make sure that we get this guy because there's not many good coaches in this era. So we'll offer 250. And I just heard the heat kick on, so I do apologize for that, but should only be a second. All right, so we're gonna prevent. So they all kind of stink, unfortunately, but also doesn't really matter at this point. So give them 5 years and we'll just double it. Double it. And budget. Yep, so nothing really crazy there. And delete these messages. And then we'll look at statistics, and then that will be the end of this video. And then we'll make a couple more today, probably. So we'll make some good progress. So we had a couple of hitters that, you know, batted well with minimal time playing. Eddie Booth seemed to be able to get the most at bats to do pretty decent, with only 35 at bats with 318 average. But Tom Burns was our best hitter, with just normal hitters that were actually playing enough, and really not a lot. Obviously not a lot of home runs, but just not the best hitting from what we see. Bert Dorr did really well. And then our other two pitchers, pretty decent for this era. And then looks like our bullpen wasn't too bad either. So not really a ton of, like Bert Dorr certainly carried, but surprisingly, our team played well overall, which is interesting because it didn't seem like statistically we should have. At least we didn't have anyone that was crazy high average or anything like that. But I guess we just had enough. So that's going to be the end of this one. So we won a World Series in what, 1883. So hopefully the next one we can go back to back. We'll see if we can kind of continue this momentum of success. But if you made it to this point, I appreciate it. I'll talk to you all in the next one. Peace.